Alright, so this video I'm going to show how you can do builds on Deadlock. So you want to go over here. I mean, you could go into a match and do whatever, but like you don't want to be like AFK in an actual match. So it's better off to just do it here. But you can hit B at this little desk here, and it brings up whatever. If you haven't done anything yet, it'll probably have just like default build for whatever hero you're playing. Also, it'll probably not have the Q build up there, so if you do the Q build, it should automatically buy your items for you when you go up to a shop in a match. So then you don't have to like sit there and try to be like, oh, should I buy this item or that item next? And it'll just automatically buy whatever that's like in this order or whatever. And then you can copy or edit or whatever if you want to do that. You can change the build if you want. And then you can look at the browser and see all the different builds that people have made. There's my build or public builds. You can like heart some of them and like basically save them and stuff, but yeah. And then if you want to make your own build, I think, yeah, if you hit build browser and then there is the create new build here, and then you can add different categories. So it'll do early game, mid game, late game, and then you can add other categories. You can add like a bunch of different categories if you want. Like there should probably be a limit on the category number, but there I added like 40, so you can add a lot of different categories if you want. But yeah, and then if you want to add an item, you just press the button, or well, that just added it to my thing though, but you can do this, and then I got it to work, like, okay, there it works. Okay, I guess you have to left click it for it to work, and it'll have the star on it if you want it to do that. And then you can remove stuff if you want. Yeah, sometimes it's a little like, it doesn't want to always, I don't know, sometimes it's like, it seems to be like a little finicky where it's like, hey, I'm clicking on this to add it, but then it's not adding sometimes, so I don't know what's happening. Maybe you have to hit it twice. I don't know what's happening all the time, but there it works. But then now it's okay. I don't usually mess with builds, so I don't completely whatever with this, but then I can remove it. But then it doesn't actually remove it, so I don't fucking know, whatever. But yeah, you can add different buttons, so I guess, well, now it's doing it, but like, why wasn't it doing it for the other things? I don't even know what's going on. And that's just adding it to the early game, but you can move stuff around on here. Once you actually get it there, then you can actually just like move stuff around, so then you can like, add stuff later and all that. So this is just me messing around with this and not actually doing anything really, but yeah, so you can mess around with that if you want, and I guess that's kind of it. I mean, you can also, I guess, when you create a build, you can assign tags. So if it's a weapon build, you can do that, or if it's a like spirit build, you can do that. Mobility build, or if it's like based mostly on a different ability, like for Doorman, if it's like the call bell mostly, it goes, if the build mostly focuses on call bell, you should probably just add that, I guess, and maybe whatever other things here. You can name it, add a description, just like, any other thing that has these sorts of like build edit things, and then you can edit other stuff, I guess. Well, I guess it's kind of like with category you can do different names, I guess. And then there's the ability point order, which I I tried to mess with it before and I don't think it really worked. Maybe they updated it since so it works, but like when I tried to use it back when before, I don't know. It didn't seem to really work as much. So I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, that should be it for this video. For some reason hitting escape isn't letting me go out of the build, but sure. I don't know. I wonder if the game's having some problems right now for me, but anyways, so I guess that'll be it for this video. Hopefully I kind of explained this stuff somewhat okay enough. But yeah, anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video, so bye.